risen from the dead. That's right, folks. The Culling is back, baby. Who's excited? The Culling is back. Xaviant tweeted an announcement yesterday. Servers go live Thursday, May 14th. That's tomorrow. For those who don't know where time is right now, it will be released on Xbox One and then PC later. Big, and I mean big, performance enhancements. It's not going to be free to play, but if you have ever played it, you have it. It's going to be $5.99 on the Xbox Store if you don't own the game. You get one free online match per day, but additional token options are available. I will explain that in just a minute. We're going to watch a nice video of the announcement so you guys can see for yourselves from the horse's mouth what their idea is. I don't want to instill my bias. Don't look at the ratio. Don't look at the ratio. Okay? Don't look at that. Don't look at that ratio, okay? It's not good. It's not good. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Don't look at it. Let's listen.
Hi everyone, I'm Josh from Xaviant. I hope this message finds you well. You guys have been asking us to bring back the culling for
We have. I know I have. I've thought about this game every day for my entire 28 years of existence. I know I have. I know chat is, they're hype. You guys are hype. I know you guys are hype.
as long as it's been shut down, and we've been working for a long time to make that happen. So I'm very happy to announce that we're bringing back the culling for Xbox One this Thursday, May 14th.
This Thursday!
I want you to know that this wasn't a simple matter of turning it back on. There were some big hurdles standing in our way. Running a free-to-play online game can be expensive. The bigger your player count, the more you spend on servers and back-end services.
The bigger your player count. So if you have 250 players, you're going to need at least 250 servers. That's a lot of servers, guys, okay? You guys don't know anything about game development. Listen!
When the culling was free to play on Xbox, we brought in 1 million new players in just a couple of months. You have to have a working monetization scheme to pay for everything. And the culling didn't have that.
There's no such thing as free lunch, chat. Just remember, no such thing as free lunch. They need to make money.
I do want to say that we really appreciate everyone who spent money on the culling when it was free to play. Your support is what kept the game running for as long as it did. The bottom line is, our approach of selling crates and cosmetics just wasn't working well enough, and it couldn't sustain the game long term.
Like, their system of cosmetics, their system of cosmetics wasn't sustainable. I mean, what company has successfully figured out how to monetize a BR with just cosmetics? That just doesn't seem realistic. It doesn't. It's just the model doesn't work, obviously. I've never heard of a company making a BR that could successfully sell cosmetics. Clearly, it's the model that's the problem here. So let's see what they propose instead.
We knew if we were going to bring the game back, we'd have to make some big changes to our model. And so we started by looking at all of our costs. The game requires a minimum server size to run properly, so we spent a lot of time optimizing so that we could run on smaller server instances without sacrificing any performance. Next, we looked at all the other aspects of our backend, and we found a lot of ways to simplify and streamline those systems to bring their costs down as well. Next, we had to examine our entire free-to-play model.
So basically, he's explaining how the culling was very wonky and unstable, even for being post early access. He's basically saying, like, you know, what he's really saying is, you know, the culling was not the most optimized game, and we even during full launch, it was not the most stable game. So we reduce the size. They try to optimize it. That's really what you need to do in general with games usually, but whatever, let's keep going.
Since that method didn't work for us, we had to come up with a new approach. Moving forward, the culling will no longer be free to play. Now, if you already bought the game, even if you got it for free, you still own it, so you won't have to buy it again. And new players will have access to a 1-day free trial to see if they like it. We're pricing the culling at $5.99 in the US, and that'll vary based on your country. Every day, you'll get one free online match, and if you win an online match, you'll earn a free match token. So you'll be able to play the game online every day without spending any additional money. If you want to play more than that, we'll be offering token packs, along with passes that give unlimited access for a week or a month.
Okay, so here is the meat. Here is the genius model that they have invented for this BR game. So you can pay $6 to own a game that you can only play once a day for free. Huh. Weird. So, okay. But if you win, you can just keep winning, Forehead. Just win. I'm sure there's no learning curve. I'm sure that this game has no bugs and you might not die to a glitch or cheaters. I mean, BRs never have problems with cheaters. I mean, there's like even Activision can't figure out how to get cheaters out of Warzone. But that's probably not a problem. Let's not think about that. Okay, so let's look at this model a little bit closer here. So so you can buy tokens. A 3-pack of tokens is 99 cents. 10-pack, $3. 20-pack, $5. But hey, you want to play as much as you want for the game that you paid money for already? Well, I've got an offer for you, chat. 7 days. You can play the game that you paid for 7 days. Unlimited. Love the word unlimited. It means you can play as much as you want. For $2 a week. Or save yourself some money. And do $6 a month. So basically... Okay, so why even offer this token system? Like for $1 more, you can just play for the whole month. Like, okay, so let's just look at the unlimited online pass. So what they're doing is you buy a game for $6 and then you pay $6 a month to continue to be able to play it. Sorry to hear you feel that way. The way we look at it is this: if you want to play the game, you will be able to again, and that wasn't possible before. Right? The game was shut down. Now you can play it. If you already purchased a game, you can play daily without spending anything. You can play one game a day. Even if that game is a game where you die first. I mean, this is a battle royale game where you have to be the last player standing. But if you're the first person to die, your one game a day is like you land and then you're instantly killed. Wow, that seems like a lot of fun. Who would not want to do that? I mean, that sounds like a great user experience. If you'd like to support the game and help keep it alive as long as possible, you can do so by spending a bit more and getting unlimited matches. We hope you choose to come back, but if you don't like the monetization plan, we understand it won't be for everybody. But who is it for? It's just for I guess it's like, an arcade machine that like the mega fans, they just want to pump money into to like just keep it alive just for the 10 people that want this so badly they want to pay for. Now, I will say, don't harass or don't berate the devs, the humans behind this. It's a terrible decision. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Please don't threaten to harm the people behind this. Be mad, but be mad at the concept and be disappointed in the company. But again, please don't harass the humans that made this choice. But anyways, so going back to this pricing model, Um, let's, so, this person, they say, okay, you know what? We couldn't figure out the cosmetic pricing model. So they tried the free to play plus cosmetics model, and they said that it didn't work for them. That's weird. So I wrote down a couple of, just a few of the BRs that are out there. Just a couple of them, just to give you guys an idea of what their models are. I'm copying pasta this from my notes here, so I do apologize. It's a little sloppy. Okay, so let's take a look. Fortnite, free to play with paid cosmetics battle pass. Call of Duty Warzone, free to play with paid cosmetics battle pass. Apex, free to play with paid cosmetics battle pass. PUBG actually did things differently. $30 and then paid cosmetics / battle pass. H1Z1 eventually went free to play with cosmetics. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 microtransactions, loot boxes, cosmetics. Ring of Elysium, free to play, season pass. Realm Royale, free to play, pay for cosmetics. So to say that like the cosmetic model doesn't work, that's a problem on you. That's a problem on your game. This is the model for battle royales. Is this the only way to survive as a battle royale game? I mean, it remains to be seen. I will say that PUBG being $30, PUBG was like the first like true BR. Like, okay, like, yeah, if you go back to the history of BRs, it was the mod, it was then H1Z1, which was like a zombie theme, and then PUBG was like the significant BR that hit the scene. It was way popular than anything else before it. So, and everything before it cost, at least H1Z1 at the time had cost money too. So, but then since then, you have all these games going free to play with cosmetics. So the problem with the cosmetics and free to play approach with the Culling is it's not that like people won't buy cosmetics to support a game. It's that there were no players playing your game. Like, you had already killed off the player base. You need a player base to buy your cosmetics, and you need a player base to run a successful BR, and you need a player base to buy your game for $6 a month if you want to keep the servers on. But I'm sorry, that's just not going to happen with the Culling. This game was dead and killed a long time ago, and you can't bring a game back from the dead and then charge money for it. That's not going to work. You need people to fill your game. You couldn't get people to fill the Culling because it was like the most garbo game I've ever seen in my entire life. The original Culling died a long time ago, and again, couldn't get players to fill your game. So why do you think that you're going to be able to fill servers by paywalling your game and then paywalling your matches on top of your game? What? How does that make sense at all? I mean, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here. How is this a defensible monetization model at all? I don't get it. Okay, so let me check my notes here, because I think I tried to make this, to rework this. Okay, so I guess if you made it free to play, and then maybe there was like some limit on the matches, like maybe you could only play 20 matches a day and then charge for extra. It's just, the whole idea is stupid. That still just doesn't even sound like, how do you make that sound appealing? To charge per matches. It doesn't make sense. If you suck at battle royales and you die a lot in the beginning, this is not going to be encouraging at all. Like, the only person that is going to enjoy this is like the person that wins every single game. But still, even then, like, you have a game that is just so wonky and buggy and unoptimized, and like, you get one shot, one opportunity to play your free game a day. I Chat, help me. Someone try to help me understand. Yeah, you need money to run. Yeah, we get that. That's like a really basic concept is you need money. This is like begging for money. Like this is like the worst model I've ever seen. I mean, you could have at least had the audacity to let everyone in for free to give people the right. Like if you want to get people hooked onto your game so that they shill out more money to play more matches, you got to give them a taste of the game. And they say, okay, you get to play. Anyone who wants to try the Culling can try for free for 1 day. That's 1 match. What? That is 1 match. By saying that you get 1 day access, you give players 1 match. Who is going to be convinced to buy your game and pay for matches off that? Who? I don't understand. How is this going to work at all? What is 1 free match a day for a game that costs $6? Like this isn't even like, this isn't even like a Apex or a Fortnite paywalling their matches. This is the Culling. This is to me is a super unimpressive, mediocre battle royale that had a few interesting quirks, especially in the beginning. It had its charm, but really just was subpar overall. And now you're trying to invent this absolutely insane, unappealing pricing model for your game that already died over a year ago. And now you're going to introduce a paywall to a game that you couldn't get players to play initially. The Culling is dead. I never thought I'd ever talk about the Culling again. I find this actually kind of just funny because I think like it's got to be a joke, right? I just don't, and I'm already wound up from talking about the Culling 2. The Culling 2 pissed me off so much because if you played that game, if you saw the gameplay from the Culling 2 and what they tried to sell people as a new BR after deserting the first Culling, it's like they're just trying to extract money whatever way they can. And it's probably just to make up for losses, let's be honest. It's not to profit. I don't think this company is running a profit off the Culling. It's like they just are trying to just grab the money in any way they can. They're just throw the spaghetti at the wall and see how much of it sticks. I don't know what that slogan is, but what they did with the way they treated the first Culling, they pissed a lot of people off because they kept making changes that went against what the player base wanted. So that game died. They closed down the first Culling to work on the Culling 2, which is literally just asset heaven that they whipped up in an hour. It was just an absolute garbo game that lasted literally a week. And then they tried to bring back the original Culling, like the original day 1 Culling they tried to bring back. That didn't work. And so they're trying again. This poor Culling game has been hacked away at with a giant axe. It's been hacked at. It's been hacked at and hacked at. And its lifeless corpse has now been strung to the back of a horse and it's being dragged around. It's just terrible to see. It's just don't look at it. Don't look at it. It's just you gotta just look away. It's this poor game needs to be put to rest once and for all. If they sold this game, like maybe they could have sold the this game, maybe some company would have come in and saved this game. Maybe it could have survived. Maybe it needed a bigger company to put it under its wing and take care of it and make sound decisions with its life. But that didn't happen. I would like to see a battle royale that kind of takes the essence of what the Culling was and maybe do something with that. But this, like, you gotta let it go. You gotta let this game go, man. So, anyways, I hope they can just be at peace with letting the Culling go. Like, let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go. Let it go. The Culling is no more. I can't stand when these devs are run scams that the gamers rage on. The bugs never bothered me anyway.